You know, back in the day, like I'm talking like I don't know, 2018, 2016 to 2019 to 2021, I used to draw like quite a bit actually. Like I drew a lot, and I was in this little kind of a side thing. I wouldn't call it a tutor, but it's a place where you do art. You know, every Saturday you go there and there's like a topic. Either it's horror or scary or go crazy. It was supposed to you place you were supposed to, well, make stuff. And then, back in the day, I really like drawing. Like I like drawing a lot. And so I did. I Most of the time I did something with drawing. I drew the things. But at a certain point, I really started drawing a lot. Specifically, like I would get a huge piece of paper, right, and I would draw mountains on it. That was my big thing. That was my, big thing I used to do all the time. And so I would make this big drawing, right, and then people who work at the place, it was a very small place, but they're like, "Damn, this is pretty good." They didn't say "damn," but they said it was really good. And so I went like, "Okay, damn." From that point on, I thought about it. I thought about like, what if I were to expand this? What if I were to do more with it? And so I did. So I got another big piece of paper and I connected it and drew more. And then for over the course of 5 months, I kept doing that all over and over again. Eventually, I would have a huge, massive piece of paper. I'd say in the American language, like 8 feet by 10 feet long. I would say. It was just like this world where there's a lot of things happening. In one piece of paper, you got these stickmen doing like 100 different things, and that's what I really like drawing. At a certain point, though, I spilled tea on it, and I just lacked. I didn't like. I didn't want to keep it anymore. Like I was like, it's fine. I regret it. I seriously regret throwing that thing away. However, the memories are still there. So there are some photos, but it's very few. And the amount of like small details are in there are insanity. Like there are thing, references to games and all this stuff. I mean, the amount of detail is crazy. Of course, it's not like super good art. It's more like I drew mountains, not that good looking mountains, and I just drew a bunch of stuff in it. It looks like a 12-year-old made it, which technically I did. A 12-year-old did make it. But it was like my passion project. I used to draw that, and I used to draw mountains and stickmen. That's all I did. And occasionally I would draw these like mountainscapes. Then I would like use lead, but it's like really thin lead, and I would draw a lot. The password is Plague Hemi 121, and like I used to draw that kind of stuff, and I would get a lot of praise for it. And but at a certain point, like as I got older, this whole what is it drawing thing just kind of slowly faded away. I don't know why. It could be a thing with confidence. I still can't tell you why I quit. But back in the day, I used to really draw and I really used to like it. Of course, I draw from like storyboarding for making films, but other than that, I barely draw anymore. But that's all I got to talk about for today.